Now we'll leave it to MaSa to show us the way of what happens for the last game for the night.
Our final set coming up here.
We've had nothing but ace matches. I have to say this is probably one of the.
Okay. I'm just re-looking at it now. Now he might have thought Silky might have thought because he only had 6 drones, something or other. But
well, he thought the Marines were slightly going backwards there, and he's like, "Oh, it's only a few more," and then just enough came out to be able to deal with this and micro through it.
Theory craft with me, boys. If Silky doesn't move the spine crawler, does he win?
Yes.
Not necessarily, because again, those Marines could. He had.
I was going to say more Marines were on his way. So
there's more, but there was no more money.
Okay.
So, like it's the fact that all the
how far was he from a transfuse?
He was at 35 energy. So
how much is transfuse?
Like 15. It was 50. So like 15 seconds. He may not have even lasted that, but he would have and it's not like there was a lot of income on Silky's side, but there were like 7 drones, and he had like a few lings. Like he could have pulled back there. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Right. We have MaSa.
We should do a take command.
Yeah, I would like to see that how that would put out in a different scenario. All right, MaSa is here. MaSa, you're here to give us our
MaSa.
It was literally, I guess, because there are 3 SCVs, it was okay. But he literally, if he had killed a building, the broodlings would have hurt him.
True.
But true. Hi, MaSa, Mr. Gumiho.
Gumiho.
So Puck has 1 life.
He's got 1 life. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And all others have 2 lives.
That's true. But Puck does have his reflect.
Deflect.
Yeah, that's the point. So if I pick Silky uses his reflect on Puck. So Puck can't use his reflect.
What do you want to do then? Is that what you want to do?
I think that's the best bet.
I think it is too, actually.
But what if Puck just wants to play you though? What if you pick Puck and Puck just wants to play you?
I don't think he would, because you have a reflect anyway.
Well, this is
true.
Then great, right? This one, it is the most. He's already said this is what he's going to do, so it is the smartest thing. It consumes Silky's deflect, and it takes out Puck without taking a chance.
Right.
Or if Silky doesn't want to do that,
or Silky doesn't, yeah.
But you gotta tell him that I'm gonna play like 15-minute macro game. So he can't stay
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get Silky in here and then see what happens.
Wait, is he choosing Silky? Is that what you're doing?
That's what he said.
All right. Yeah. Production, if you call in Silky, please. All right. Silky. So,
what do you think about that last game? Do you think the Marines would have died to that spine crawler, MaSa? Were you watching that last?
The very last moment. I was watching up until then.
Oh, okay. We're all just theory crafting here because that was a very close moment.
Yeah.
Well, Silky will be in here in a minute, and I want to hear what Silky. I want to know why.
I guess he'll tell us why he did it. Maybe he's right. Like I don't know, but it just looked that way to me. Maybe chat can chime in too.
Hello.
Dustley said no proxies.
Yeah.
So you can't proxy now because Dustley said so.
Okay, Silky, what happened there? What happened with the spine crawler? Why'd you move it?
Honestly, that was just a bad mistakes. I'm pretty tired, and it happens. Just little.
Well, why did you move? Like, did you see the Marines kind of pulling back and thought you could move it up safer, or was there?
So the problem was I realized it was 3 racks way too late, and and also I didn't micro my Koreans well enough at all. And the problem was he could just keep feeding Marines to snipe off my hatchery. So I felt the best time to replace the spine was when the lowest Marine count was out. So it was kind of I had to do it. I was forced to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Even if I hadn't moved it down, there was no way I could win the game. He would just kill my hatchery and then kill my queen and drones. So just some early mistake.
All right. Well, MaSa is here. He's challenged you.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
I'm gonna redirect him to future.
To future.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good. I was thinking you should do it against Puck.
No, I'm gonna redirect you to future. So.
All right. There we go.
I kind of feel like we need some TBT up in here, and I want to see some good games.
Fair enough.
All right. Redirected to future.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that means no one's getting eliminated tonight. Then future still on 2 lives here. MaSa also on 2 lives, of course.
All right. Well, call in the future.
All right.
Bring in the future. Thanks.
Two games.
And that consumes his reflect. Looks like we'll have to do one more. We'll have to do one more round before our finals.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Oh, so we're doing 2 more then tonight?
No, it's okay.
No.
Oh.
Well, it will be okay for kills because ultimately
Gotcha.
someone will have. This will bring us down so that there's in total 6 lives left, but of course someone will always have one at the end.
Yes.
Oh yeah, somebody's got to have 1 left, so that'll be 5 more. Yeah, that's perfect.
And in reality, someone could easily have 2, like at the time they fight the last guy.
How do we?
Anyway, welcome future.
Yeah.
How are we getting the top 2 players? I kind of missed it. What was going on?
Oh, so on the finals day, we'll do one more round.
Okay. Cool.
Players, and then we'll do the finals on the same day of that one more round.
That'll be August.
Oh my God, Gumio's in the call.
Yeah, I know, right? He's gonna play random, I heard.
Well, by the time the round won't even finish by the time because it's only really how many lives are left total.
Yeah. It's not really a quote unquote finals. It's just whoever has the last lives are going up against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last 2 standing. So
Last 2 standing, yes.
Last 2 standing.
Let's do vetoes.
So let's do vetoes. Let's do it. MaSa.
My veto. What is? What should I veto?
Parasite.
Choices. I haven't seen Parasite at all tonight. I actually like Parasite.
Yeah, because you're not a term player.
Right.
there you go.
Anyways, I vetoed.
Yeah. All right. So future 2 of them.
So wait, what did he veto?
Parasite.
Okay. I'll veto.
Wait, did he veto Parasite? I thought it was Port.
I'll veto Stasis.
Port Alexander.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll veto Stasis, and I'll veto Automaton.
All right.
And Parasite.
Okay. All right. Deal.
All right, let's pick our first map.
Future first map.
First map will be Blue Shift.
All right. MaSa second.
What's left? Cerulean and
Cerulean.
Kairos, right?
Kairos.
Yeah.
2 Kairos, 3 Cerulean.
Cool.
Done.
All right.
All right.
All right, this is our last set of the night. Do you 2 have any final words of encouragement or discouragement for each other?
Thanks, Mario, for that advice. That worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
So smart. You're so smart.
Excellent.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you in game.
All right. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this, boys. Good games. So we've had a lot of good games tonight. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
TBT, how you guys feeling on the matchup? What do you got for stats? Actually, let's see some stats.
We haven't seen TBT tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traditionally, one of MaSa's best matchups, but that's because there's no Terrans in North America.
There's and you know what? One thing I was saying into production too, I think Future is definitely a very underrated player.
Yeah.
I feel like
For sure.
we don't see a lot of him in a lot of maybe tournaments and even sometimes WS, CS, but he's really good. I think he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how he goes up against MaSa. Let's get a couple of
No, he's not there. He's not good. That's he used to be. Yeah.
I always thought QXC was pretty good.
Yeah.
Terran. All right, so we're going to be hopping into our final set of the night here, ladies and gentlemen.
Just kidding, Taylor.
He got here, so it's okay.
No, I know,
Yes.
but still, good.
Still. Special.
Special, but he lives in Korea.
Okay, but
Like, I mean, like literally physically playing on the NA ladder, or else you won't.
yeah,
match.
but the stats would have come from like any Terran anywhere, wouldn't it?
No. Well,
No, like, from
I
really
assume,
good?
I assume those are his ladder stats, right? Not his
Oh,
stats. I assume. I don't know.
uh,
Maybe that's his
it's a Lugulak stat, so
Is it?
wouldn't that just be his? That would be his like.
Oh, okay. Then that's different.
Yeah.
Then it's more a matter that that's not current. That's their career.
Fair enough.
Your crown is awesome, by the way, Drek.
Well,
Very festive.
it
Is
is
that part of the hat or is that on top of the hat?
Oh, it's on top of the hat. I totally. I'm rocking the dual.
Nice.
It's the King of the North Suupa Christmas special.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we've had an awesome turnout tonight. A lot of awesome people in the audience here. So thanks for sticking with us and
Awesome
watching.
matches.
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, great games tonight. You chose a good night to watch if this is your first time watching. Be sure to tune in next Saturday for the final day.
Absolutely.
It'll
So,
be great. All right, I'm ready.
Away, boys.
Yeah, that is their Ligulak. You're right. But then that includes MaSa playing like Aaron.
I don't think he
Just
captures
saying.
Aaron because he's
Just saying.
not unlike Lugulak in general.
It would. I used to be on like as long as the tournament is big enough, the players get put in.
Interesting.
So even if the player isn't big enough,
Okay, fair enough. All right.
but whatever.
Oh, I'm disappointed already. No proxies.
I know, right? Well, there's something's happening. He's scouting for one.
Maybe he'll proxy a starport or something. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in our final set. Would you like to start us off, Sword?
Sure.
So good at it.
Up here, on the top right-hand corner of the blue shift map, we have OSC's very best player. It is MaSa.
That's beautiful.
I switched up the tone.
It was like you were reading an ebook or something. That's awesome. In the bottom left corner, his opponent, our purple Terran player. Give it up for, I'm sorry, I was about to say OCs as well. He is Rise Esports' future.
Rise indeed. We have an SCV harassing an SCV building a factory, but it does get pushed off. They both were checking around to see if there were any shenanigans at play, but there are none.
It's like the voice you would hear when you call and get the robot to respond, the automated response. Thank you for calling in. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line.
Both Terrans have one barracks and one factory. View MaSa in his native habitat. Actually, not his native habitat because he's not proxying.
Yeah, this is I was expecting a proxy. I really was. There it is. I knew.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we got it. Now we got a starport. Now we have a louder voice.
Now things are getting exciting.
Yeah.
You can't not proxy as MaSa.
Of course not.
Right? You just can't.
You got the command center coming down in place for future. None started on the side of Mr. MaSa. He's just kind of get a go for it. We're going to get the semi-normal beefy Reaper and Hellion opening. And the future stuff was close to getting down to scout that, but does not make it. It's going to be a Liberator first. I will definitely record your voicemail unless you're under the age of 40, in which case you clearly do not use voicemail.
Oh, for your cell phone, yeah. Even cell phones have the answering response.
They do have it, but do you check your voicemail? I mean, I guess
I actually have mine set as
have a
nothing.
thing.
I intentionally have it just like the default robot. This person is unavailable.
Exactly. I'll do the robot voice, so no one knows it's special at all.
So there you go. You heard it. You can, if you want to enter Sword's voice, go to Patreon and subscribe. Here we go. An engagement. Reapers versus Hellions galore. Mine's going down absolutely everywhere. It looks like Future's going to come out barely on top here. Only the Reapers remain against a couple of Hellions.
High level distraction as the Liberator does come in. Is he going to notice it with all this intensity? Oh, 2 Reapers splitting up. The Liberator does go down. Oh, even gets a shot off on a Cyclone, but it will be picked off ultimately by that. Is that enough? He did get 2 kills. He got 2 kills and a hit. But yeah, I don't know if he'll be happy enough with that.
So he does have a second one coming in. Or I'm sorry, he's getting. I think he's going straight now for Cloak Banshee. So he's going to follow up failed Liberator harass with a Cloak Banshee. Yes, indeed, it is. Why not? It's a little unexpected. MaSa has shown that he's good at doing the unexpected. In these matches. That's what makes him so good, I think.
Repair on the Hellions here. He's definitely going to get something else done as a Reaper does come down and spot that the Tech Lab is doing something. So he switches to a Raven. I like this. So he's continuing the Cloak to create the impression, that he's going to still go with the Banshee, but he's in fact going to get a Raven out.
I mean, either way, he wouldn't be able to get the Cloak out regardless.
Pretty cute. Oh, the Cyclone versus Hellions. I don't see that a lot, but the Hellions will ultimately roast it down.
There you go. The Marines should be pretty easy pickings from this point forward. A third Hellion coming in as well. Most of the forces still working on that starport. The Raven should be popping out soon for MaSa, but the Raven for futures here is going to throw down a turret in defense. There we go. That Raven will pop out just in time before the starport gets killed off here. Even going to try to fly it home, but I don't think it'll get out of there.
Yeah, was actually really key too. Not only was that Banshee Cloak kind of a deception, but it distracted the damage enough for the Raven to come out.
Yeah, the turret will go down, gets a couple of Marines. Now can start working on those SCVs. 1, 2, 3 SCVs will fall. 8 in total, though. Those Hellions got 5 more, I guess.
Yeah, they're just kind of pulling it apart here. I think they are going to have to retreat as heavier forces do come out. You're not going to burn a tank down.
Well, you could eventually, but...
Eventually. It does, unfortunately, fire back.
Yes.
So, it's going to take a bit. That Raven still chilling behind the base. Raven of Future moving across. The army is about double, and there's not a lot of heavy stuff out here for MaSa to defend with. Like, literally everything's under construction. This is actually going to be a pretty tough one.
Yeah, army supply 28 to 13 right now. Future deflecting that proxy pretty well here, only losing a few SCVs. He did lose, a few more of those Hellions, but now he's got a great spot. The tank's in a beautiful position. Marines do line up for the Hellions a little bit here, but Future can still push the issue. He's got 2 Ravens. He's got reinforcements hopefully soon.
Yeah, can he even save this orbital? He may just straight up end up losing this. It does go down right in the air. No way to salvage that. He's up so many workers, but he does have the other CC in the main, so I mean he's fine. But he intended to have 3, obviously. The Raven still just kind of chilling in the back of Future's main. 2 Marines are going to be dispatched to try and dislodge that. But yeah, does he have a way to kind of get rid of this? He's got his own tank coming. 2 Vikings are out, but Cyclone doing a good job of really damaging one.
Well, a third Raven even joining this for Future. He's going to have a lot of tools in his arsenal now. Those turrets, disruptions on tanks could be really nice. Just a lot of things he can do. Am I saying, no, is it called Matrix Disruption?
Disruption Matrix, yeah, that sounds right.
Disruption Matrix, yeah.
Trying to come down the ramp here, really has to focus on a tank, but it's getting a ton of damage done, and that is it.
Ooh, those Ravens.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, the turrets do so much damage. I really like that play.
He was getting so much done on the other side, too, with turrets continuing to drop. Like, the worker count was in his favor, but it doesn't matter if you only have the one base and there's no way to retake yours.
Yeah.
So he had to do something there, but... yeah, I don't know. MaSa may be being a little too cute with stuff. A lot of that was reliant on the first Liberator really catching things off guard. But it didn't. It just kind of popped in place that a Cyclone was able to come right out and kill it immediately. And so, yeah, it didn't get enough done there. Like 2 kills on that and not enough mining time lost. It wasn't what he was looking for.
Yep. Oh, excuse me. I don't usually cast for 5 hours here.
True enough. These have been longer series. That one a little bit shorter, but yeah, they've all gone to the ace so far. And given that we started off with a future win, this one could easily go into that as well.
Indeed. Yeah, both players at 2 lives still. So, we're going to see all of these players that we've seen today on our final day on Saturday next week.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. Everyone will have one last chance. And then we're down 4 to flex. I believe Puck still has his, and MaSa still has his, right? Silky used his?
Yeah. Silky has used his to deflect, MaSa into future right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So still a couple of deflects in play. That's definitely going to be very, I think, crucial in the final day, especially. If somebody has 1 life left and you can deflect and get them knocked out, that just ensures you're going to get a little bit further.
Exactly.
To that prize pool. So yeah, we'll see how that comes into play here. Good stuff. This is a great tournament. Very cool format. I really hope to see more of this.
Yeah, it's worked out really well. For how the players have interacted. We tried to pick players that are fun, that are not just going to do boring stuff and are going to interact.
We've had some great banter.
Yeah. So it's good, and we ended up with people like very largely all within a similar skill range. MaSa arguably a bit higher, but the rest of them have all been in like a pretty similar band, and it's producing good games. And obviously, we just saw Future take a game off MaSa. As did even Creature at the very beginning. So, it's certainly not an imbalanced thing. It's definitely competitive.
They've definitely just been taking each other's lives off each other here. So, very even just across the board.
Mm-hmm. Overall, yes. And up here on the top left-hand corner of the map, we have OSC's MaSa.
And in the bottom right corner, give it up for our blue Terran player, hailing from Rise Esports. He is Future.
Exactly. Good man. Check them rainbow half moons out.
What are those?
It's some sort of moon that is also a prism. I don't know. All I know is that every one of those icons has parents that are proud of it.
All right, no more proxies early game here. We might see another proxy Stargate. Or I'm sorry, Starport. Wait, yeah, Starport. Stargate is Protoss.
Exactly. That's just
I've been casting Brood War a little bit recently too, and my brain is just getting so mixed up now, trying to bounce back and forth between it all again.
That's pretty good. It's definitely a thing. It's like despite playing that for years and years, I just don't as much now, and you forget everything.
Oh yeah,
like it seems foreign.
Nah, I still think it's fun. It's been enjoyable. Yeah. Almost getting it future.
Definitely fun. I just don't know it. As well, getting back with 5 hit points left is that brave little SCV. Reaper will come in probably looking for that guy, but they're going to encounter each other at the top of the ramp. Grenadism going down, and MaSa's getting the lower end of this.
Future stands his ground and gets an extra couple of shots off there. MaSa's going to get a high ground shot though. They almost killed each other.
Yeah, 1 hit point left on Future.
He was pulling the trigger too. That Reaper was just about to fire. There it is.
Check out who is proxying the starport this time.
Oh, I thought it was MaSa, but wow.
No,
I had my names backwards there.
It's Future.
Holy crap. Future taking a page out of MaSa's book here.
Ooh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. So is it going to be a Liberator to this? Yes, it is. What's gonna happen?
I don't know. We're going to see some dead SCVs. That's for sure. 1 Hellion, not enough gold. There we go. 2 more Hellions do pop out, and we'll be able to push this away. But 2 SCVs going down. That's a good little pick off here. Ooh, but he's going to lose all of his army. Maybe the Hellion's going to try to chase more of this down. They get yet another unit. There we go. Now they're starting to trade a little bit eye for an eye.
Yeah. Now the real difference in the back of this, one, that Future actually won that little battle where his counterpart did not in the first game, but there's no Cyclone or anything coming. It is going to continue to be Hellions. There's just no defense for the Liberator literally at all.
Yeah.
So when it comes here now, nothing, MaSa doesn't own a unit that shoots the air. He's starting a Viking, but he's not going to have mining for...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That Liberator's so smart. So I'm just going to camp your entire main base.
Yeah.
You can't do anything about it.
And this is obviously what MaSa was trying to do in the first game, but boy, this is a lot of lost mining time. Now, he could try and transfer these guys down, finish that command center. He's going to send a SCV over to do so. If that was done, then obviously that would work. But this is a lot of lost mining time.
Oh, is he going to get the SCV as it pops out? Yeah! Gets it.
Nice.
Nice shot.
Another Liberator is in the area. Viking's going to go on a hunt and find him. No, he walks by him. Oh, no, he lands it too. This is terrible again.
Well, he's going to bring it back home, though. The SCV's running. 3 more go down.
Yeah. No, that's a lot of lost time. He could have put some damage on that.
So, all in all, the Liberator harass has been moderately successful.
Yeah.
It didn't kill a ton, but yeah, like you said, just so much lost mining time. That's so big early game. It's going to slow him down in every regard, not having that economy.
Yeah, and also slowing the unsung here on that was delaying the command center. So we're 7 workers ahead, not just because of the deaths, but because of the CC not being done as well.
Well, the Raven out now. We saw how important they were in our last game there. MaSa going for the big Raven play, though. So if he's able to get enough Ravens out, he could potentially do a lot of work here. You know, he's mostly evened up on the workers fight. Down a handful, of course. But definitely not out just yet. Oh, he's going to lose more, though. That's not good.
Yeah, two SCVs there is reasonable for what he could have lost, but more do go down, unfortunately. The tail end of that.
Yeah, now he's down by 11. That's a little bit worse off.
Yeah, cleans it up a little bit. Yeah, that starport, like, he's not able to address that or prevent it from actually building anything yet, or else he'd be able to get some sort of way to claw back. There's also a 3rd CC already done for future. And yeah, like, MaSa's in a pretty against the wall position here. Like, he's not only down in workers, but he's down in the ability to produce workers. 2 Vikings now come out, and this is tough.
Future waiting just at the right moment, coming in with that second Viking, you know, waiting to engage because he saw those units just floating over it here. He'll be able to push that back. The Ravens are going to be, yeah, MaSa's real only hope here. He's just so far down economically.
Here comes.
I don't even know if he has enough to hold this off.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think so either. Like, 3 tanks, 2 Ravens, Marines. We'll now land the Ravens.
Here we go. It's all going to come down to these turrets. He's only going to be able to get 2, though.
Nice SCV support here from the back on the tanks. He will be able to clean it up, actually.
Let's get more workers.
That's actually surprisingly good. That was such a good cleanup that is going to help tremendously, but it's, like, so far down.
Yeah, I think Future's going to have enough time. You know, his economy is so much healthier. Look at that, 50 workers.
Landed Viking against landed Viking here now.
I love it. I like that the Vikings are getting used more in their landed mode, too.
The starport is on fire, trying to build a tech lab. 70 hit points, 60 hit points left here.
Drop a mule.
He's got to do something. He can't just forget that this is here. Yeah,
there it is.
All right, good.
Nicely done.
Good. Yeah, with
Yeah,
20 hit points left does save it. There's so many Vikings and Ravens that it's actually going to be pretty hard to dislodge this. Like, from doing harassment anyway. But
MaSa's taking the army supply advantage, though, by 2. You know, he did clean up so much of that. Future's kind of on the back foot for, again, just a little bit of time until he can get out more army. His production's obviously very good. But does he have enough to be able to get out? There we go, a couple Vikings joining. The turrets landing on the tanks again. I'm telling you, Ravens are just a game decider in this match.
Really good. He's killing the Vikings on Future side as well. He could do so much damage with here that he could actually claw his way back. So many SCVs going down, 17 of them, that he's really pulled that back in. The Vikings potentially could kill out the command center, although they're a little slow at it. They will get it as nothing is there to repair. And that may be the comeback move by far.
We've got to have an ace match, right?
Yeah.
Against the rules to not go to an ace match at this point.
Yeah, still worker lead, obviously in Future's favor. Army counts even. This is far from over, but there's so much air dominance here. There's a tank here with 2 hit points. That's still going to get some final shots.
I think it's pretty much dead even almost. Future does have a couple more workers, but both players now on 2 bases.
Yeah.
Army supply in Future's favor yet again.
MaSa's going to try and sneak in with a Liberator to the back of Future's natural. Is he going to be paying attention or expecting this sort of thing right at this time? Although he's certainly not distracted. Will he get the pull in time? Doesn't really notice till the first shot. 3 more going down, 4.
Vikings do get pushed over. It's in the blue natural there. It runs away, runs north. Liberator getting the hell out of Dodge.
Liberator being made by Future as well, yet again. Will it be spotted? Well, he's going to get there just as 2 Vikings pop out, but is he going to rally them away? He does. He's blind. He's going to go right at it. There's the pull. He'll get 1 kill off the gas, and that'll get cleaned up fairly quickly.
Worker supply and army supply dead even there for a moment.
Yeah. Wouldn't have thought that, but he cleaned up the tank so well and then made such a strong attack that this is a game when it almost shouldn't have.
Oh, here we go, the Viking engagement. The turret's going down. I almost would have used a point defense or something there, but MaSa's still able to push forward. He's got a really nice Marine count, but they all get shredded in the tank fire of Future. I was going to say maybe take an army lead, but it's still dead even, pretty much. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, the Vikings much healthier for MaSa, kind of dominating the high ground. Vikings die to tanks so quick as well. He finally will land his own to try and push Future back.
She does.
And ends up disrupting this worker lead now for MaSa. But he's still on the 2 base.
We're only 11 minutes in, and Future's already lost 7,000 minerals worth of stuff. So that's really good. MaSa apparently has been taking much better trades, just all in all here.
Some Hellions are going to try and swing into the natural of MaSa just as the last little bit of army comes out. The tank does spot it, but he's not going to be able to prevent massive damage as an attack on the other side. Tank's in a pretty good position here, but SCVs are being roasted. 12 of them, 14 of them going down.
Oh, MaSa's losing workers, but Future's losing army. Worker supply still kind of even here, but the army supply almost double for MaSa. There we go. Future catching up.
Hellions still not even taken out in the main here. And they're going against the SCVs.
Oh my god, 17, 18, 19. Can we get a look in the top left here? These things are just wrecking face. Oh my goodness. How many? 1 left. Oh man.
Yeah, 43 workers though. You would think it's actually worse than this for sure.
That is a lot of red SCVs. Well, I mean, they're all red this week.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're wounded.
Yes, they are. Will MaSa get enough damage done here at the 3rd? Like just having a 3rd versus not, like is kind of all the difference. MaSa is kind of running out of minerals at home, like in his main.
Yeah, I don't even see a command center on the way. I don't think he made one anywhere.
He's ultimately just going to have to float that one. His main is so close to mined out that that's what you're going to have to do. His position is going to get overrun here now. MaSa's still with an overall army lead, and he's just keeping the Vikings suppressed. MaSa, I don't know if that was... I think there's more to play in that game.
I think there's a lot more to play. Yeah, he's down 10 workers and 10 army, but that's not bad.
Yeah, I think there's definitely more to go there. I don't know if he knew how. I mean, he must have known there wasn't a 3rd, but I mean, yeah, he was going to do the float, but maybe.
Well, like I said, we have to have an ace match. So
yeah, obviously.
It doesn't matter regardless.
So that's the way it is.
He's going to have to GG out at some point.
That's the way it is.
The way it is. So, hey, one final ace match for the night here for your viewing pleasure, everybody. Should be a good one. It's been an awesome series. A really good TVT so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything has lived up to the hype tonight, and definitely getting some closeness going on.
I'm stoked that all these guys are able to play again on Saturday.
Yeah,
That's going to be super cool.
Yeah, we essentially had, because of Jon Snow not being able to come tonight, he's the one that's knocked out. So we had Future out the first, or sorry, not Future, Creature out the first day, and Jon Snow basically only had one life left anyway, wasn't able to join us tonight, so he'll forfeit the last one.
Well, that's all right. We're countdown has begun. We're going to be hopping into our final game here. One last time, use that Matcherino code if you have an !Matcherino in the chat, please. It's free for the players. It's free for you to give the players $1. So definitely worth your while. And then, of course, you have a Patreon, so you can go support through that as well. You can subscribe. You can throw bits at us, whatever you want to do. However you want to be an esports hero, there's lots of alternatives.
Yeah.
Lots of options, lots of ways to do it. All right, I'm ready.
All right, we are here on Cerulean Fall. Up here on the top right-hand side of the map, we have Rise Esports Future.
And in the bottom left corner, able to bring us to our final ace match of the night. Let's give it up for OSC Esports MaSa.
All right, let's see something entertaining. So
Proxy.
basically, definitely a proxy something. I mean, we basically saw MaSa do a build in game 1, Future do the same build in game 1, both of them lost. So he copied the losing build and lost.
Yeah, that was an interesting switch up. I'm surprised he didn't stick with his Raven play. You know, it worked so well the first time. MaSa just adopted it. He was like, "Oh, I'll do that then."
Yeah, that's the way to be.
Not crushed him. It was still a very close game, but the Raven.
Yeah, close enough that we were a little baffled at the GG timing.
Yeah,
like there was a little more left.
I think Ravens are almost a must now. It feels like in TVT.
So good.
Not a must if your opponent doesn't go for him. Obviously not, but there's just that chance. If they go for Ravens, you kind of need Ravens too.
Yeah, very effective turret neatness. Like, it's anytime you have something that, like, people haven't often thought of turrets as like free units, but they are. Like, it's that
energy
type of thing. Trading energy for an actual unit that kills things, like, is good.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's see who goes Ravens this time around. We do have a factory on the way for MaSa. Meanwhile, Future going more for that economy base, but it's going to get a command center on the low ground. Try to get that SCV count nice and healthy early on here. There's a factory coming down behind it, so it won't be too far behind.
It's funny, we often see MaSa as one that really powers out a quick like third CC and stuff, and in both of these, like, really throughout the night, he hasn't powered his economy ahead as much as he's tried to get like damage done.
Yeah, he never, I don't think even at the very end there, he had no plans to get a third base as far as I could tell.
No, he was just going to float it. And, like, I wonder if, again, Future thought that he just had it, did do it, and didn't realize, or I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say. Either way, they're going to be duking it out here on Cerulean Falls. We've already got Reapers going at it. A little bit of a skirmish going down. One SCV has fallen so far, but it looks like Future's going to be able to... Oh, he almost gets it.
What a sight blocker. Will he get in to actually kill this last SCV and once again delay that CC?
Oh, man. That's big. MaSa coming in with the moves. Is going to dive on top of the army here. Gets a couple of Marines. Might even get... Oh, my God. If he can get this other heli in, too. Oh, no. All right, so at least Future's bought enough time to get...
Does get it. Yeah.
I almost would have just killed the SCV one more time there.
I was kind of thinking that too. He might, then you do obviously have to worry about some sort of counter, but as you're trying to tech to something else. But yeah, I kind of agree too. That would have been my instinct. Delay it.
Either way, they're both going to have a natural finished up here. Very shortly, it'll be an orbital. Very similar builds out of both these guys. It's been almost identical up there in the production tab, as far as I can tell. There's the first. Yeah, it is identical. Raven's coming out for both these players. First game, Future's like, wow, Raven's good. Second game, MaSa figures out, wow, Raven's good. Third game, let's all just go Ravens. Ravens are great.
a good unit.
Raven party. Woo. I'm stoked.
Definitely good unit.
Well, now, so the question then is, what spells do you prioritize? Do you prioritize the turrets? Do you try to disable your opponent's ravens? Do you use point defense drones once Vikings start popping out? Obviously, that one won't come for a while, but I think, what would you do in Raven versus Raven? Would you target the Ravens first? Would you go for tanks first and try to clean up the ground?
I think you got to actually be offensive with it. Like you do have to try and target the ground. I think there's also a risk if you go for the disrupt, but their raisins already shot, then you end up like maybe doing nothing.
Yeah. So I guess it really just depends who gets off that shot first. So I would almost argue then go for the Ravens first, because if you can get those shots off on the Ravens, your opponent all of a sudden doesn't have turrets or the interference matrix.
What would be good if it would only be a thing versus like energy units if your matrix also lost your opponent their energy, because if you use your defensive matrix but then they don't use their turret, but then later they just have more turrets, then that's something too. But yeah, I don't know, it's I think it depends. I guess it depends, but I would probably tend to do it the turret because it absorbs damage too.
That's true. As long as you can get them off, you'll be in a good spot.
Yeah.
I like Dusty's idea in the chat. So today, December 6th, will be forever known as Ace Day. So we just had so many Ace matches. So there you go. On the ESChamp calendar, mark it down. Today's Ace match day.
Of course, since it's past midnight here, it's now Pearl Harbor Day.
Still 10:15 where I'm at, so still Ace Day.
All right, soon. Well, we'll likely be done by then, but yeah.
It's very even still here. Army supply, worker supply, just the builds they've got on their production, very similar. They both start Stimpak at virtually the exact same time here.
Yeah.
So they're just going for the exact same build in this Ace match. So it comes down to who can do it better in that regard, I'd say. Who can do it faster? Who can,
MaSa looking like he's, I don't know if he's just moving to secure the third here or actually make a push, but it looks like he's gotten a bit aggressive.
Is there anywhere you can see the results from tonight? The Liquipedia page should be updated very soon. I don't think it's updated at the exact moment, but definitely check that out in a little bit or in the morning. Two
armies passing here. First shots get fired by Vikings. One lone Viking kind of trailing behind. They are going to opt to just kind of pass each other as Future backs up. MaSa taking another direction. Will they get into an engagement? It's kind of hard to attack into each other.
Yeah, you got to be very careful too, because one bad step, one bad engagement, you lose your tanks or whatever. All of a sudden, you could just lose the game right there. So it's a very fine razor's edge these guys are walking. I like the air control that MaSa is getting here. Who has more Vikings? It looks like actually it's dead even.
Yeah, dead even.
Oh my God, they both have 6 Vikings, 5 tanks, 14 Marines, 1 more Raven for Future is all.
Yeah, but 9 more workers for MaSa.
Yeah, MaSa up a little bit on that work. That's funny. Finally, we do see a little bit of differentiation. 2 Liberators are on the way for Future. That could be very good for the zone control, but not if he doesn't hold the air. If the air goes to the air control goes to MaSa, those Liberators are not going to do a whole lot.
Siege up.
Oh, here we go. Marines get obliterated. Bodies flying everywhere. There's the interference matrix on Vikings. So that, I guess, if you can keep the Vikings out of commission. Oh my goodness!
Huge blankets on the tanks. The Vikings are landing here to try and take out these tanks on the top end. The tanks come back to life, and that's an obliteration. And,
he had so many interference matrix there. I didn't realize he had so many at his disposal. It was looking like a good push-in, but overcommitting just a little bit. Yeah, like you said, as the tanks come out.
It was a quick decision to just land immediately. Because a lot of people would not end up doing that. And Future saying after the game, like, I thought disabling the tanks would make the difference. And he just kind of misread the fight. But it was MaSa's reaction, just land immediately, not try and take things out up top and realize, like, Ravens on energy, Vikings don't matter, land. And that's it.
All right, boys, that was intense, absolutely intense. Why don't we just before we we do anything else, let's show people the final standings.
Yeah.
Man, what an ace day we had. Production giving me a screenshot, but
This is where you can see where the standings are. Right here, right now.
right here,
To answer your
right
question.
now. So it's
Phenomenal games tonight. Big shout out to the players for showing up and giving us their time to entertain us and playing such awesome games. Really giving it their all tonight.
Where's my screenshot?
Phenomenal stuff. No screenshot.
All right, so we got a lot of reflex used today.
A couple left though. I think 2 left.
So who has reflex left?
Wait, I thought Silky used his reflect.
Silky used his.
So Silky did use his reflect.
Puck still has his. MaSa still has his.
Yep. So just Puck and MaSa.
Yeah. So Silky's reflect's gone. There we go. So Puck, MaSa, still have the reflect. Future is down to 1 life. Puck is down to 1 life. What happens now? We go into grand finals day. We go to 1 more round. You can potentially have this situation where we only get 2 games because if Puck and Future are eliminated after 2 games, then we have our grand finals right there and then. That's like a potential scenario right there.
Yeah.
Another way this plays out because Puck and MaSa get to choose first. MaSa picks Puck, eliminates him, or beats MaSa and he loses a life. Then Puck goes and either takes out Future or gets eliminated. So there's many ways that final day could end up, but Future and Puck are down to 1 life. So,
well, I like the spread too. We've got 2 players with 2 lives, one of which has a reflect. 2 players with 1 life, one of which has a reflect.
Exactly.
So it's just kind of a perfect, mixture there to create a very interesting scenario on the final day.
And then we still have one Protoss, 1 Zerg, 1 Terran. So
Yep. Oh, nice. That's awesome. A little bit
1
of
Protoss and 2 Terrans.
2 Terrans. 2 Terrans.
Exactly.
So out of all the matches tonight, before we get ready to sign off, what was your favorite one, guys? What was your favorite? We had several aces. So out of all these aces, which one did you guys enjoy the most?
I think I go back to the MaSa Puck to start it. They played 2 series back to back, but they were really good, and each took a series. So, those were quite different.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they were quite good. Very back and forth.
Oh yeah,
Super
I think
janky match.
all the games were phenomenal in my opinion. But I think the highlight for me was the Colossus micro in the War Prism.
Yeah,
that was a lot
really
of fun.
good, really good.
No,
I actually like the Disruptor drop from Puck.
That was good too. Yeah,
I enjoyed that a lot, and that was one of my favorite parts. As well as for everybody else, I want to thank everybody who participated today. It was a fantastic day too. We still have 1 more day in the Kings of the North Suupa tournament. That was a long day. I don't think we ever expected it to get to so many East matches. Usually when we design it, we do design for the worst scenario and never assume that the worst scenario will ever come to pass. So, but here we are. Boys, where can people find you? Last thoughts of the night?
Find me at Endersword on Twitter. Mostly find me here. Also, I have been streaming a tiny bit now.
Have you?
Also Endersword on Twitch. Yeah.
What are you streaming, by the way?
StarCraft 2.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know right.
Yeah.
Also, follow him on _SC on Instagram. He's
of course. So many pictures.
Is it _ SC or is it just
just Endersword SC altogether?
I've been looking at your Instagram. You know, you've only posted 4 pictures, maybe 5.
I did.
That's all I need.
Andy,
you can find me at Proxy Tempest is my main casting location. We're actually doing our Great Christmas Rumble as well. We've got 1 more qualifier for that, and then that'll be going on next week as well. So definitely come find me there. I do an event every Tuesday night as well for Diamond and Under players, where we give away coaching from pros as prizes. So come find me and check that out. I'll tell you all the details there. And we do Brood War now too. So if you like Brood War, come check out Proxy Tempest.
And really, who doesn't like Brood War?
I've had a few people tell me they don't. Mostly
those people aren't real people.
Losers.
Not real people. Brood War is the mother load of where it all came from, where it all began. So last but not least, guys, make sure you follow ESChamp here on Twitter. Big shout out to Base Trade for the host today. One of the cool keen things, I'm doing the follow thing on, yes, perfect. I send out every week what the matches and stuff up for the different things that we do. So Inside the Scene, Probots, or Kings of the North. You can check out our email list. I did #, follow in the chat. Just hit that link and choose which one of our shows you want the updates for, or you can go to ESChamp.com and you can choose which show, and you can just put your email in the appropriate field. Last thing but not least, Matcherino. Actually, not last thing. Matcherino. Done. So contribute that $1 given to you by Matcherino, but you can contribute more by using the hashtag Suupa, SUUPA, in the appropriate box, and that gives a free $1 on Matcherino's behalf to this tournament, and to gives out to these players who have given their awesome time to be a part. And then don't forget our Patreon. It's mandatory.
You don't get to leave the stream until you use the Matcherino code. You stay right there until you use it.
Absolutely. And then our Patreon, where we will give all our like special perks. I think I'm gonna somehow coerce Endersword to do like record your voicemail in his voice. And
I'm game for it.
There it is. I'd almost subscribe just for it, just for an Endersword voicemail pack. Actually, that might be really cool. I'll put that in there.
What about an Endersword ringtone?
I don't know what that would sound like.
Ring.
You'd be like, your phone is ringing. Answer.
Ring.
Your phone is ringing. It might be important. You should probably pick it up.
Actually, that's actually pretty cool.
Or just, your phone is ringing. It's probably a telemarketer, because who the fuck calls people these days?
Hear that, guys? If you guys like that as a possible perk, let us know in the chat, or tell us in Discord or Twitter, because I think that's a pretty cool perk, and I think that would be really awesome. All right, boys and girls, I think this is it. We've all had a long day, but it has been a fun day. You can join us here back on December 15th for the finals. Kings of the North, Suupa. All right, boys and production, roll the credits. Production.